Okay, good afternoon. I'm Alessandro Giubilo. I'm the president of the small association that the name is ASSIEME. In Italian is together, the translation, but it's also the acronym of Italian Small Wind Energy Association. We are a part of World Wind Energy Association and a part of Coordinamento Free, that is the organization that manages all the renewable energy association in Italy, including photovoltaic, hydro, etc. And is our system to communicate with the government. In this presentation, I would like to speak very quickly about the new feed-in tariff, but also the old feed-in tariff that started our market in the small business. In this moment, we prefer to speak especially in the field of from 1 to 60 kilowatt. That is the most important range of wind turbine in our market and our country. And because it's very easy to obtain the feed-in tariff, and also it's very easy to install. Always easy is a strange word in Italy because nothing is easy, but it's easy for us. And in the past, we consider the small wind turbines in the power from 1 kilowatt to 200 kilowatt, because in the age of 2007 we start with a new law, and I can give this name, the old feed-in tariff, that started at the beginning of 2008. The old feed-in tariff was started 1st January and 2008 and arrived at the end of December 2012, and was a unique tariff of 300 euro for megawatt hours for 15 years. And from 2008 we started this business. We can always connect the wind turbine and net metering, but we cannot have in this case the feed-in tariff. So we have a lot of small installation in this situation without feed-in tariff, because maybe it's better, maybe until 3 kilowatt it's better to stay in this way that ask for the feed-in tariff. The new feed-in tariff started 1st January of 2013 and will end at the end of 2015. The tariff now is divided in classes from 1 kilowatt to 5 megawatt, and the feed-in tariff is limited to 60 megawatt each year of installation. So we have a maximum of 180 megawatt in the year from 2013 to 2015, and includes wind plants with power between 1 kilowatt to 5 megawatt. Because this is a strange thing, they have included also big wind turbine in the small wind turbine tariff, but we have also a strong association in Italy that the name is ANEV that manages the big wind turbine. So this is the situation in Italy. The maximum annual spending is expected to be 5.8 billion euros in this triennium, including all other renewable energy except the photovoltaic, because the photovoltaic have a special law. At the moment we have closed the feed-in tariff for photovoltaic, so we have nothing more, and we start only in net metering. Always, as usual, we can connect our wind turbine in net metering, and in this case, for the private, we have some interesting fiscal taxes, less fiscal taxes. So maybe it's an interesting way to connect the wind turbines too. This is the actual situation of our feed-in tariff for the triennium. There is a 2% less every year from starting. The tariff is fixed for the 20 years, but this is now the feed-in tariff. The 2014, you can see we manage only these 3 three class of power, because it's our interest only the small one. And as you can see, our feed-in tariff is very high compared to other countries, or compared to the country that have nothing at the moment. This is some point interesting, some point that must be considered when you install a wind turbine in Italy. The system from 1 kilowatt to 60 kilowatt are easier to install because I have less problem of permission, bureaucratic permission, etc. The system from 1 kilowatt to 60 kilowatt obtain the feed-in tariff directly without any list, register, classification or other. The system of more than 60 kilowatt has to obtain the feed-in tariff after through a register that is a sort of classification that give a premium for the small wind turbines over 60 kilowatt. And as is normal, if you are not in this list, you cannot obtain financing from the banks for the project. So this register is almost closed because we finished everything in the first year. It's clear that this framework advantage especially the wind turbine in the upper limit installation. The upper limit is 6 kilowatt for the small installation in the houses, 20 kilowatt, 60 kilowatt, and between 100 and 200 kilowatt, apart from the limitation of the register, that is always a problem at the moment. And now I try to give you an idea of how the market has moved and will move in the future in our country, with the number of the installation and the kilowatt installation, and I'm also splitting by region to understand how where are the installation in Italy. This is the cumulative installed power, always under 250 kilowatt, from December to 2008, the first year of feed-in tariff, until half year of 2013. We have the data from the government about 1 year after. So at the moment our last data are for June 2013. And as you can see, we have had always a growth, an interesting growth. And now we have about 200,000 kilowatt installed. The report that I show you is a specific report of all this wind turbine installed, and at the moment, until June of 2013, we have divided this wind turbine in 6 classes that are for power, for facilities of installation, monophase or three-phase installation, so you can have a clear situation that is very interesting for the manufacturer of the wind turbine that want to enter in our market. And we consider also the class of 250 kilowatt, but we have only one installation in Italy in this class because they have no feed-in tariff in the past. We have divided also for region, power, number. This is the situation at June 2013. As you can see, is very big. The kilowatt. The best classes are the classes over 100 kilowatt until 200 kilowatt, and I can say you that it's almost 200 kilowatt wind turbines. We have also an interesting number in over 20 until 60, and also in this class I can say that probably almost are 60 kilowatt wind turbines. Consider that sometimes the system, we saw a system of 60 kilowatt may be composed of multiple small wind turbines, but it's not a normal case in Italy. And we have low power in the class from 6 to 20 due to the small wind turbine, and only one wind turbine of 250, the green light. This is the number of plants, 423, always at June 2013, and as you can see, the most interesting number are in the class over 20 to 60 kilowatt. And I believe that 200 are 60 kilowatt. Consider that in Italy we have a strong manufacturer of small wind turbine, especially in this class of power, 60 kilowatt, that want to benefit of the feed-in tariff. We are very strong in the manufacture of 60 kilowatt, 20 kilowatt, and also in the grid inverters that we are probably the leader in the world at the moment. And we have also a lot of wind turbine, about 100 pieces in the class over 6 to 20, and that are almost all 20 kilowatt. And 43 pieces are from 1 to 6, 44 in the class of over 100 to 200. Also, this number are almost all 200 kilowatt wind turbines only. And this is the power divided by regions. The Puglia region, that is the most probably most windy region, have about 9,000 kilowatt. Very interesting is Basilicata, that last year was about the fifth or the sixth in this classification, but in the last year had a peak of installation due to favorable policy, regional policy, that pushed a lot on the small wind, and now is in the second place with 4,800 kilowatt. The Campania is the other interesting region with about 3,000 kilowatt installed, then Sardinia, etc. As you can see, Sicily have only 400 kilowatt installed, but is also a very windy region. But we have had a lot of problem in the past with the local government for this kind of installation. We installed a lot of big wind, but nothing of small wind. And this one is the first register, the classification that have the feed-in tariff over 60 kilowatt. These are a system of plants that have the feed-in tariff but not necessarily have been installed. And for my opinion, about 5% or 6% at the moment of these plants are installed. So there is a lot of market at the moment for the manufacture of 100 and 200 kilowatt wind turbine in our market, because we have no manufacturer in this class, but we need wind turbines. I have divided this graphics in three basic classes of power, the classes of our interest, and also here we divided in number, in power, and in region. And as you can see, we have about 58,000 kilowatt with accepted feed-in tariff, and almost all, 54,000, are in the class from over 100 to 200 kilowatt, and almost all are 200 kilowatt, 150 and 200. We have about 3,600, 3,700 of wind turbine over 60 to 100 kilowatt, that is almost all, as usual, 100 kilowatt, and only one accepted in 250 kilowatt. This is the number of plants, divided always as class of power, 316 systems, and almost all, 278, are of wind turbine of about 200 kilowatt, and the rest are the wind turbine of 100 kilowatt. So this is the future of our market, because are accepted but not installed. They will be installed during the second part, they were installed during the second part of 2013 and during 2014 and maybe also the next year. We start for 20,000 kilowatt almost, and immediately we put inside 60 kilowatt, 60,000 kilowatt more. So we have a very big growth in this sector. And this is the power divided by regions. As you can see, Basilicata takes almost all the power with 40,000 kilowatt and become for sure the first region in Italy for the next year. And Sardinia took also an interesting part of this power, and all the other one, Calabria, that is also a very windy region, Campania, etc. No installations or no feed-in tariff in Sicily, also in this case. That is very strange, but this is the problem that we have in Italy with regional regulation that change and that are very different. This is my last graphics, and thank you. If you want to share with us or want to ask more questions, want to know more about our feed-in tariff, that I believe is one of the most interesting at the moment in Italy, you can contact us in our directly to our email. Thank you.